Hi, I'm Patrick Maliha, and this week on Totally Random Mouth Noise, I'm here with NASA superstar astronaut Maria Bamford.
I'm a comedian.
Yeah, well, we'll find out. Hi, I'm Patrick Maliha, and welcome to Totally Random Mouth Noise. This week, I'm here with...
Maria Bamford!
Yes, Maria Bamford, known as comedy's nice girl.
Really?
That's what you're billed as. Comedy nice girl, Maria Bamford. What is it? An appropriate moniker? Or?
I don't know if I like it now that I've heard it. I didn't know that. I was like, a nice girl.
Yeah.
Really?
They say that she's.
I think the more appropriate would be the passive-aggressive girl.
Oh.
Yeah.
There you go. And why would you say passive aggressive girl?
Well, that's how I was raised. And yeah, I mean, I am pleasant. I'm pleasant. Is that so wrong?
Comedy's pleasant girl.
Pleasant girl. Yeah, maybe I feel more comfortable with that for some reason. Pleasant.
So now you're originally from Duluth, Minnesota.
Yes.
Just across the border from where I'm from, Thunder Bay, Ontario.
I've been up there.
You been up to Thunder Bay?
Yeah, we used to go up there with my dad. My dad was a doctor, and we'd go eat Chinese food in Thunder Bay.
Thunder Bay, very well known for its Chinese food. They would even tell us, they would say, doctors from all over Minnesota have come for this Chinese food.
I don't know why we always went to Chinese food, but we did.
Well, it's grain elevators, railroads, Chinese food,
Okay.
and Paul Schaefer.
Oh, that's right.
It's weird that Paul comes in fourth in that list, but you would think the other way.
Well, he's a humble guy.
He's a sweet fella. He's nice. And have you ever, now, for people who don't know, have you met Paul?
No.
Have you been on the Letterman?
No.
You should call.
No.
You're funny. You should do it.
I've auditioned about 8 times.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not right for the show.
And why do you think that is?
Well, I've auditioned 8 times. I think that's where it comes in. That's where that part comes true.
I mean, what is it about your style that you feel that...
From what I said, the guy said, we don't really do characters, but then I think they like, punch, like a setup punch pretty quick,
Right.
And what I like to do, I don't know if you like this, Patrick, but I like to, kind of dribble things out slowly over time. That's my kind of comedy.
As I understand, as I get older, I'll probably be doing that.
Yeah.
If science hasn't led me astray.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, a soundscape of one of my jokes would be... and then that, that's how it is. A lot of people enjoy it. Some people say, what?
Not their cup of tea.
And then I say...
But now, it's interesting... It's interesting that you say that they say we're not into characters. We don't like character people. But I don't consider you really.
And when I say we, I mean one man, Eddie Brill, the booker.
Eddie, it's your problem. Don't make me use this.
He's a very kind man. He's a lovely man.
Yeah, I love Eddie. Eddie's a great guy, and he's a wonderful soul. But 8 times, come on already.
Well, that's okay though. Not right for the show. It's okay.
But that's okay.
That's okay.
That's all right. You do your own thing. You're exceptionally popular. You've got your thing on the net. On what's it called?
SuperDeluxe.com.
That is it. SuperDeluxe.com.
Yeah. Some people watch that. Why isn't that something?
I don't know.
Well, it is.
I'm going to talk to network people. I'm going to say I've got America's new sweetheart for you, Maria Bamford. Okay. We're going to call her Maria Bam Bamford. That way it's got something going on. She is, we're going to call her...
Bamfoo.
We're going to call...
That's what I want. And I don't want the nice and the sweetheart. I want just like El Bamfoo human being. I don't want to be put into these different, things. I can't fit. You can't put me in a situation.
We'll call her Maria.
I can't belong to anything. Which is probably, I think, why I'm not in a big show.
That's right.
I have what you call a poor attitude.
They'll be like, so Maria, we've got the crew here for you to work with. I don't work well in groups.
Yeah.
Not my thing.
And
That's why I do stand-up. It's me and me only.
that is the truth. That is the truth. I'm trying to work more with other people, but it is because I want to grow.
As a human being.
I do, yes, and
The
so.
Bamford wants to
Bamford.
become more of a human being.
Yeah, because I'm trying to I did a sketch show, which is the first time I ever did a sketch show, which is
really?
very exciting, and that was it's different because that's why I've always liked doing stand up because you just go up there by yourself, and nobody can tell you what to do, nobody tells you what material to do, nobody giving you the red ass.
The red ass.
You know what I'm saying.
What's the red ass?
Why don't you do something else, or why don't you say it this way? You know what? I don't care what you think. And that conversation is something that goes on in my head, but that's the reason I don't work with others, just so that conversation never happens.
Oh,
And
I see.
it's a
Passive aggressive.
control mechanism. But I know it's no longer working. So, it's no longer fun. I want to be with others, and that's why it's so fun to do the festivals because you're with other people.
Nice.
But now I'm gonna do the sketches and,
Who are you doing sketches with?
I just finished this Fox pilot for a sketch show,
Nice.
and so maybe that will be picked up, maybe not. It's okay. We're on a journey.
What an amazing. This is and this is of course through no help of an outside counselor in any way whatsoever.
Yes.
Oh my God.
I know. I think as I get older too, I'm becoming more and more like my dad, where I just talk in this elliptical manner, where I think people know what I'm talking about, and I just, by the end, I think in a few years, I'll just be reduced to just saying, you know what I'm talking about, right? Right? So, that's my dad just says, you know what I'm talking about, right? Dad, you never started with a topic sentence to what you were talking about. Huh? Oh, okay, well, if you don't get it, then that's fine.
It's like a Family Guy episode.
Yeah.
And that's how I'm going to solve that. You just came in and sat down and said, that's how I'm going to solve that.
Yeah.
Makes no sense.
Yes, that's much like talking to my dad. I haven't seen the Family Guy.
Oh, you don't watch Family Guy?
I haven't seen it.
What do you watch? What is Maria Bamford? What is what do we?
El Bamford.
El Bamford. What does El Bamford? What does she watch?
I like to
enjoy?
I like to watch whatever's on television. My television. What I mostly watch, because I don't have cable television, I watch the court TV that's on in the afternoon. Judge Judy.
Yeah.
People's Court, Judge something else.
She's the Latino one, isn't she?
Well,
I can't remember.
She's feisty and she has
The
opinions.
feisty one?
She's very feisty and she says, you're not going to say that in my courtroom. And I don't watch much TV, I have to admit. My boyfriend has TiVo'd, though, Tim Gunn's Guide to Style, which is on Bravo. Tim Gunn is of Project Runway fame, the kindest man in the world. He is just a lovely man, and he does, in this therapeutic, wonderful manner, helps people change their styles or their clothes or whatever, which is really secondary to Tim Gunn, the man. I mean, he's just this lovely man. I can't say enough about him. But I watched.
Does your boyfriend ever get jealous of you and Tim?
Well, Tim Gunn is clearly, I think, of another
Successful.
persuasion and successful. How can he compete? As well as a really good dresser. But so I like watching that show. What else do I enjoy? What is that noise?
It's oh, sorry, I'm getting a call. I apologize. I have to hold on. I have to take this apparently. Just 1 second. I'm so sorry. We should probably call this person. That's what we should do. Here, let's. Do you mind? We just
No, certainly.
give them a quick call here.
You're very
Is that-
busy.
Are we calling? It's not going through. We'll wait. They'll call back.
No, of
I'm
course
sure.
they will. Of course
Go.
they will. It's good. It's good.
But now, one thing I wanted to ask you.
Yes.
You're a girl who doesn't watch television. You're en bouffu, or le bouffe. Kiki Loren. And now, this is an actual magazine.
Yes.
It's not a
Yes.
stunt magazine.
Yes.
It's Canadian magazine, Maclean's.
Claims yes.
It's Canada's version of Time magazine.
Yes.
And on the cover it says, "Inside Iraq, how Bush became the new Saddam."
Oh,
So
gosh.
now how do you
that is
feel?
so
Like
true.
something like that. How do you?
I don't know, but I really, or I mean, I do know that I really appreciate that that comparison, and yeah, because that is true. Like he's become the new dictator, and that is, yeah, because it's secretive and it's, you know, torturing people, and how is that any different from Saddam?
So how does it make you feel as an American entertainer? Do you ever feel like, is there ever been a time where you're just like, oh, I better watch what I say on stage, or I better, you know, is there going to be any problems, or do you feel censored in any way whatsoever with what's happening?
Not at all. I mean, the sad thing is that I, you know, have beliefs, and I've done some war protest stuff, but I haven't done nearly enough.
Because it's still going on.
It's still going on, and not that.
What is your problem? You come on,
but
take care of things.
But it is true, though. You know, it's like why don't? I mean, not this is about self-loathing at myself.
Self-loathing of others.
It's that's a good point. But yeah, I mean, I do. I'm not doing nearly enough, and I don't know what's keeping me from doing that. Maybe it's comedy, and maybe I need to. Because I mean, I know a lot of comedians I've heard talk about how comedy doesn't change anything. You know, it doesn't really. You know, you could act like you're saying some. You know, like if I say anti-war type material, that I really. Most of the time, I'm preaching to the choir, and not. I mean, unless I'm signing people up or doing comedy on stage in a protest rally, then I'm not doing anything, really. So I am angry at myself. I'm not sure what I am willing to do, because I don't seem to be willing to change. So if this is an intervention of some kind, that would really help me, actually. I do need help.
Hold on, I have something to read to you. I just,
Yes.
Maria, I feel that your not protesting the war properly has affected us. And I want you to know that your father and I care. I don't know why in this I play your mother, but I'm just saying.
That's lovely.
That's what I felt comfortable with.
No, but well, and I think that is true. A lot of countries are trying to set the United States down and say, we don't feel comfortable with what you've been doing, and our country is like, what? We don't want to go to rehab, you know?
So if you were a country, what country would you be?
Oh, okay, that's a good question. I do love Canada. I love the universal health care, and I love what seems to be, and I don't know if I'm misinterpreting this, but the sort of calm, humble nature of the people, where it's not about like showing off or something like that.
Hey, screw you.
Okay,
No, I'm kidding.
wait a minute. No, or maybe that's not it. But I mean, Australia is like the tall poppy syndrome. Like you don't stand out amongst the crowd because people, and that's, I don't know. What country would I want to be a part of? I've never been there though, so I don't know. But I've heard their country is wonderful. Sweden and Norway are supposed to be wonderful.
Nice. You would fit in
Yeah.
amongst the lovely people,
Yeah.
the beautiful people with the blonde hair and the
Yeah.
blue eyes, which, by the way, common look when I would visit Duluth, Minnesota,
Yes.
as a teenage boy. That was the one thing I would always notice. I would be like, there's a lot of blonde-haired, blue-eyed people here.
Yes.
And then they come across the Thunder Bay, and they're like, is there an ugly tree around here or something? Did people fall out of it? Who got hit? Maybe it was just me that experienced that. But do you find that because you grew up in a place such as Duluth, Minnesota, which some people feel is kind of like almost like a microcosm of Canada, it's like a mini Canada. People seem to be pleasant like in Canada. They seem to have that kind of, the stereotypical like, gee willikers type of,
Yeah. Well, I do like how I grew up, but then of course now we have a conservative governor. Now I can't remember who that guy is. But I mean, I have high hopes for Minnesota that it'll keep doing all right with, wanting to educate and be like a more of a volunteer society, like helping other people in the community and stuff like that. I think Minnesota's up there in volunteerism, yeah, I mean, I love Minnesota. But the only thing I can't do is the darkness when it's dark for so long.
Oh man,
Yeah,
that's
it's
true. When the
brutal.
winters hit, and
Yeah.
it's just so bleak
But
and black.
with then the global warming, maybe it won't happen as much, which is
we can hope.
Which is, I mean, that's terrifying. I don't know if other people feel this way, but I just feel like, and my brain is just a difficult, or I don't know, I can't stop thinking about it. I feel totally like somehow responsible, and I can't, even though, well, we're drinking this water now, but I have a bottled water out there. I know that's wrong. You know, I mean, even though I recycle my bottles and cans. I have a composter, but I don't always compost the right way. Anyways, but I'm obsessed with that stuff. It's in my brain all the time. It's not in yours. I asked somebody else. Andy Kindler's wife said she thinks about it all the time.
My wife. Sorry, by the way. My wife.
I have a boyfriend, Patrick.
Whatever.
Oh my God.
Over here.
I'm not even.
my wife is crazy about recycling. That's her thing.
Right.
And for me, you know, the way I was raised, you know, my parents are my dad's like, I'm going to wash the cans and then throw them away. It's going to be thrown away. You know,
Right.
that was my dad.
Yes.
My dad has that accent because he's, you know, of course, he's Middle Eastern. He's from the Middle East.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah. Thunder Bay.
Oh,
And
that's boom.
You see? But the thing is that I was raised like, you know, like this way, and so my wife is much like you and Andy's wife, and just they want to recycle, save the environment, and I'm wondering if maybe it's because it's a nurturing type of thing. Maybe you want to look after the earth. It's a Mother Earth type of thing.
But why? My question is, why isn't it interesting to you?
It's not that it isn't interesting to me. I think that for myself, I personally, I believe we should do it. I try to do it as often as I can, and I'll do whatever I can, but
It doesn't worry you all the time.
it doesn't worry me because it's too big. It's so much bigger than myself. If I had the control to say to 20 million people and say, you will do this, and this is the way it'll be done, much like, you know, our friend. But if I could, if I could do that, then I think it would be different. But maybe it's because.
But you have at least 4 people watching on television right now.
She has now doubled our audience. I think that's sweet.
I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that it's just too giant, and I don't know. Maybe I picked it up as a special worry. You know, it's like you just put it into of feeling bad about myself. You know, so I put it into that category of like, oh, there's another thing I can, you know.
I'm not happy till I'm miserable.
Yeah. Yes. Ugh. Anyways.
Well, as you can tell, it's nap time for Ombufu. And so, till next time, I'm Patrick Maliha, and this has been Totally Random Mouth Noise.
That's so sweet. A blanket for her. Get a blanket. It's a
Perfect.
Whenever you're ready.
Hi, I'm Maria Bamford, and you're watching Totally Random Mouth Noise. What?
Rolling. 3, 2.